President Donald Trump has rejected Iran's response to the latest U.S. proposal for peace talks. In a social media post, Trump wrote that Iran's response was, quote, totally unacceptable without offering details. Iran says the U.S. proposal amounted to surrender. Among their demands, officials in Tehran are insisting on full control over the Strait of Hormuz and an end to sanctions. The ongoing conflict putting upward pressure on the cost of fuel, those prices now looming over a favorite summer activity and economic driver, boating. And as CTV's Heather Wright reports, some are rethinking their plans altogether.
Wet weather and high water have meant a slow start to the season at Kawartha Lakes Marina in Bobcaygeon, Ontario. Boats are being launched, but marina owner Chad Hinton says some clients are considering skipping this summer.
We have a few people that are on the fence about whether or not the boat may go in. Fuel prices and general cost of living.
Nationally, the average price of gas is hovering around $1.90 per litre, according to the CAA. 1 year ago, the national average was 131.8 cents a litre. The price of fuel at marinas is already higher than gas sold in town, and so what is an expensive hobby is becoming even costlier. Hinton says the price of gas won't stop many from getting out on the water, but it will force some to rethink their summer plans.
For the family of four that saves enough to go away for a week on vacation every year, if groceries have gone up and fuel has gone up, they definitely change what they're doing on vacation.
The cost of boating depends on a number of things: the size of the boat, tank size, speed, wind. And so while some are choosing to keep their boats in storage this summer, others say they will get out on the lake but make adjustments in other areas in order to save some money. Barkley Elliott's boat is his cottage, and while he has no plans to keep it tied up this season, he is mindful of the high cost of gas.
What it may do is, instead of 10 trips, I'll do 9.
According to Transport Canada, more than 12 million Canadian adults participate in recreational boating each year, an industry that contributes roughly $5.6 billion to Canada's GDP. But the high cost of living and soaring gas prices could further impact an industry already experiencing uncertainty. Murray Hatfield sells boats in the Kawartha area, where clients have been forced to drastically reduce their prices.
They started advertising OBO, or best offer, and they still couldn't get action in the fall.
While gas prices might not soon return to where they were last summer, there is some hope that they will start to come down before this boating season is over. Heather Wright, CTV News, Bobcaygeon, Ontario.
Police in the nation's capital are sharing details of a shocking traffic stop. Ottawa police released this image of a U-Haul van stopped Friday night. They say the 17-year-old driver had a dozen teenagers in the cargo area, some of them seated on a sofa while driving down the road. The driver is now facing a stunt driving charge. A Canadian teenager living with severe disabilities is now facing a new challenge. Her parents could be removed from the country later this month. Although leaving her in Canada alone isn't a safe option, taking her back home to Hungary could be even worse. CTV's Kamal Karmali explains.
This family revolves around Jessica Nudge. The 15-year-old lives with severe cognitive and physical disabilities, including blindness, and soon she may be left on her own with her parents facing a forced removal from Canada.
It was terrifying even just to think what's going to happen to us.
Through a translator, her family telling us their other option of taking her with them back to Hungary would be even worse, with the discrimination they say they face as Roma people.
As part of the Roma community in Hungary, what would happen to your family if you were sent back?
There were a lot of attacks, there were a lot of abuse. People mocked us, bullied us, harassed us.
The Roma people face devastating levels of marginalization in Hungary, resulting in poverty and poor healthcare. The family says because of their status, Jessica would be taken from them and put into a government-operated care system.
I'm afraid what's going to happen if she has new issues, new medical concerns. Where they going to treat her? What are you going to do with her when they going to deny care again because of her Roma ethnicity.
Now, Jessica's parents and sister have applied for permanent residency under humanitarian and compassionate grounds, but no decision has been made yet, with their removal date from Canada just over 2 weeks away.
It was a very strong humanitarian application that was put together. It's settled in law that officers must take the best interests of the children very seriously.
Even then, these parents not sure why a decision on their case is taking years. The immigration minister's office not responding to CTV News by our deadline, with time running out.
I don't know what's going to happen to us. Living in the fear every single day.
In their fight to stay together in Canada as a family. Kamal Karamali, CTV News.
Dramatic images of the complex operation to get people home and keep the virus from spreading.
It's a pretty massive operation.
What's next for the Canadian passengers escorted back to this country? How Donald Trump is reacting to Iran's response to the U.S. peace proposal, plus the ripple effect of the conflict.
If groceries have gone up and fuel has gone up, they definitely change what they're doing on vacation.
What soaring fuel prices mean for an industry that contributes billions to Canada's GDP. And dangerous spring storms.
It was terrifying. It came out of nowhere.
A path of destruction, where the storm struck, and just how typical it is for this time of year. Good evening. The long ordeal for more than 100 passengers trapped on a virus-stricken cruise ship is almost over. Dozens were removed from the vessel today, including 4 Canadians, nearly 1 month after the first passenger died on board. The complex operation carried out on the remote island of Tenerife. Passengers from 19 countries disembarking in small launch boats. Medical teams in head-to-toe hazmat gear checking them for symptoms of the deadly hantavirus. Some before taking off on special evacuation flights.
This is an active operation with incredible coordination led by the Spanish, with support from the Netherlands. Our recommendations are very clear, and this is really a cautionary approach to make sure that we don't have any opportunities for this virus to pass from others.
A French passenger who developed symptoms consistent with hantavirus on the repatriation flight is now quarantined in a Paris hospital. CTV's Jeremy Sharon takes us through today's operation and what comes next.
A highly anticipated early morning arrival. This now infamous cruise ship at the center of a deadly hantavirus outbreak docked in Spain just after 6 a.m. local time. Today, a careful and calculated disembarking process.
We have European CC here. We have several partners. Here we have the EU Commission. So it's incredible to see all the coordination and how things are currently going according to plan.
Small groups of passengers being transported on small boats after being tested to ensure they remain asymptomatic. Among the approximately 130 passengers, 4 Canadians who left the boat today, taken straight to the airport and right onto a flight back to Canada. According to the Public Health Agency of Canada and Global Affairs, the 4 Canadians took a chartered flight to Bagotville, Quebec, then switched planes to get to an airport in BC. Saying in a statement, upon arrival in BC, the travelers will be assessed by local public health before leaving the airport to stay at a predetermined location to self-isolate for a minimum of 21 days.
When I say not worry, it doesn't mean that there are no issues here, but it means we can handle it, and it can be handled.
3 people died and at least 5 others were confirmed to have been infected. The outbreak quickly sparked international concerns, but infectious disease experts suggest it's unlikely the virus will continue to spread.
This is a virus that it really doesn't readily spread from person to person. So to me, this is really, I think, best understood as an opportunity to execute what can be done well, to do it confidently, and to show the public that everything is okay.